You walk into the recruiting station at 17 because there's nothing left for you at home. High school, the gas station job, the girl who looks right through you, none of it is yours. You want proof that you exist. The recruiter smiles, shows you videos of badass guys, jumping out of helicopters and walking out of the water with rifles in their hands. He says, you want to be a Navy SEAL. You nod, not knowing what's ahead. You sign the contract without reading the fine print where it says 80% will never see the trident. You think you're special. Everyone does. They send you to Illinois, to the Great Lakes. 8 weeks of basic training where you learn to make your bed and march in formation. You want to go to war and they make you scrub floors with a toothbrush. Then prep school at the same place, another 8 weeks. Running, push-ups, swimming in a pool that smells like chlorine so strong your eyes water. The instructors don't even yell at you. They don't give a shit. They just watch. Out of 100 guys you started with, 75 are left. The rest figured out it wasn't about them. Coronado, California. The base smells like ocean and sweat. You stand on the sand, look at the gray water, and think it's summer, so it's warm. You're wrong. The Pacific is freezing even in July. The instructor, a gray-haired bastard with no pupils, explains the rules. The only easy day was yesterday. You laugh because yesterday you had a day off. In a week, you'll understand that this isn't a joke, it's the law. First phase of buds. 9 weeks that feel like 9 lifetimes. Running on the sand every morning.
The sand here is soft. Your feet sink and you're breathing through your mouth. Boats. Rubber boats you carry on your heads with your whole class. 7 idiots with a boat on their heads running through knee-deep water. The instructor screams that you're failures. You get angry, but you keep running. Every night you fall asleep dead tired, and at 4 in the morning they wake you with explosions. Instructors throw flashbangs into the barracks, and you jump out with your heart racing. You run to the beach, into the cold, into the dark, and a new day starts. Week 6 is when hell begins. Literally, hell week. 5.5 days with no sleep. Maximum 4 to 6 hours total sleep, in 20-minute snatches on the sand. You're wet constantly. You don't remember the last time you were dry. The instructors run you non-stop. Boats, freezing water, running with logs. Food is MREs you chew on the move, because if you sit down, you won't get up. Hallucinations become normal. You talk to rocks, then realize everyone else left. The 40% rule. When your brain screams it's over, you've only done 40%. Your body can do 2.5 times more than you think. Brain quits first. You won't die. You'll just really, really want to die. If you tell your brain shut up, you make it. The bell sits on the grinder, brass, shiny, like a joke. To quit, you ring it 3 times. The instructors offer you hot coffee in a dry sleeping bag if you ring it. Next to you runs a guy who was state champion in swimming. He rings the bell on day 4. You watch him get on the bus and think if he couldn't make it, but you keep going.
By day 5, you're not human anymore. You're a robot that just moves forward. When they finally call it, you fall on the sand and can't get up. You sleep 16 hours straight, and when you wake up, you understand. You made it. Out of 150 guys, 23 are left. Historically, the attrition rate is 85%. Second phase, diving. 7 weeks underwater. You learn to breathe through scuba gear. Instructors cut off your air, so you learn not to panic when you're drowning. After dive phase, you're not afraid of water anymore. You become part of it. Third phase, land warfare. 9 weeks in the desert, in the mountains, in the woods. You shoot every day until your fingers blister. Tactics, navigation, demolitions, they teach you to kill with your hands, with a knife, with anything you find. If you're lucky, they send you to Fort Benning for jump school. Your first jump, you think, why the hell did I sign up for this? Then you love it. Free fall, wind in your face, the earth coming up slow, night jumps, combat equipment jumps. But even after all this, you're not a SEAL, you're a probationary. 6 months in a team. You're the FNG, nobody.
You carry gear, clean weapons, mop the floors. After 6 months, if you didn't fuck up, you go through qualification. You get your trident. You're an operator. More than a year has passed. You don't remember who you were before. Your first unit, a SEAL team, one of 8. Total strength is about 2,000 operators. You're part of a brotherhood where the rules are written in blood. The money, by the way, is a joke. Base pay is about $2,000 to $3,000 a month.
Combat pay, $225 a month when you're in the shit. That's the price of your life. $225 for the risk of taking a bullet to the face. 5.5 years later, you're a real operator. You go on missions you'll never say out loud. You parachute at night behind enemy lines. You exit a submarine into freezing water. You assault buildings where death waits behind every door. You lose friends. You bury them and move on, because if you stop, you break, and you can't break. Since 2001, more than 50 SEALs have died in Afghanistan, half of all combat losses. The worst day, June 28, 2005, Operation Red Wings. 4 of your brothers got ambushed. 3 were killed. 1, Marcus, survived by a miracle. Then the rescue helicopter came. It got shot down with a grenade. 16 men died, 8 of them SEALs. Since then, you never watched the movie Lone Survivor. You were there. You served 20 years, endless deployments, missed birthdays, divorces. 90% of SEAL marriages end in divorce. You look at your hands and see scars, every one a story you can't tell. You look in your wife's eyes and see a stranger looking back. You try to explain what's happening to you, but there are no words, just silence and guilt. At 43, you retire. You have your 50% of base pay. Disability they rate at 80%, though it's really 100. Your body is wrecked, your mind is wrecked, but you smile and say you're fine. You go work for a private military company because civilian life is a cage with no exit. You watch people running around with their little problems and you don't understand them, and they don't understand you. You become a ghost walking among the living. Sometimes old friends call, the ones who also got out. You meet in a bar, you sit with your back to the wall and say nothing. You don't need words. You've seen things that can't be described. You've lost people who can't be replaced. You've lived a life no one will ever understand. And that's okay. That's the price you paid for the right to call yourself a Navy SEAL. Somewhere in Coronado, on the beach, a new class standing in formation. 18-year-old kids with gym bodies and empty eyes, running on the sand, running with boats on their heads, instructors screaming, flashbangs going off. They'll scream for another 5 days, and then the ones who last will crawl to the finish. They don't know what's waiting for them. 20 years of war, broken families. They don't know that the only easy day was yesterday is about their whole future. They don't know about the 40% rule, or $225 combat pay, about 90% divorce rates, about 320 dead candidates before them. They just want to be Navy SEALs. They want proof that they exist. And most of them will ring the bell. But the ones who don't, they'll become you. The cycle never ends. Today, tonight, you close your eyes and hear the surf. You're still there, on that beach, forever.